In the beginning, there was nothing but silence. Then the Word spoke, and everything changed.
In the beginning, the Word spoke flame.
Spoke flame me.
Light split the dark.
Everything changed.
He said, and it was so no night could remain.
He was so bold.
He said, and it was so he still speaks my name.
In the beginning, Genesis chapter 1, the first lines he ever spoke in the silence. He spoke, sky and sea came alive. Before a breath, before a name, the heavens aligned.
John chapter 1.
The Word was with God, darkness folded his hand. Light walked in like a king, taking back his land. Colossians 1:16. Every star, every thought, every line of design, all creation through him, nothing missed the spine.
Psalm 33.
Breath drew the borders where chaos once roared, laid foundations in the deep, wrote peace on the floor before the street lights. Before my first cry, he saw the break in my story, still chose to try. Storm on my chest like a wave with no shore. I was a sea with no sky, just a black endless void. And the voice that carved orbits cut through my fear. Heaven leaned close, said live, and I could finally hear thunder in the whisper, future in the sound, order in the water, mercy circling round. I'm a witness to the moment he turned the key. When the Word walks in, the night learns how to leave. Morning on the wall where my shame used to stain. He said light, my hands open, shackles became rain.
In the beginning, the Word spoke flame. Light split the dark. Everything changed me. And in the beginning, the Word spoke flame. Light split the dark. Everything changed me. It was still speaks my
The name
name.
2 Corinthians 4:6. Same God who lit sky now lights the heart. John 8:12. Light of the world stepped in my dark part. I carried a room with no windows, a breath without air.
Oh, feel the same.
Scroll full of sins I kept folding in prayer. He read every line, then bled through the page. He drew a new name where I scribbled my rage. Word in my lungs, resurrection and rhyme. He taught my post how to clap on his time. Genesis in me, a first day begun. Found a horizon where there never was one. If he can paint galaxies, he can repaint me. He can unlearn my shame, he can relearn me free. I stood in the wild where the lie used to live. He said truth and the lie had no mouth left to give. He said hope in the grave learned the limits of dirt. He said child in the past lost his voice to hurt.
In the beginning, the Word spoke flame. Light split the dark. Everything changed me. In the beginning, the Word spoke flame. Light split the dark. Everything changed me. The self speaks me.
Teach me to live like morning is new. Teach me to move like your first wind blew. If your word makes worlds, let it make my way. If your voice births days, let it birth this day. When I cannot see, remind me of verse. Genesis chapter 1, you name night and disperse. When I start to drown, in the deep of my head, speak again. And I will walk where I bled. Colossians 1:16, purpose inside every line. Nothing is random when you said it is mine. Psalm 33, breathe your command through my chest. Turn my broken into altar, my running to rest. John chapter 1.
Light shines and darkness cannot choke, so I hold to the syllables you never revoke.
2 Corinthians 4:6, write Christ in my sight, till even my shadows confess to the light.
The Word spoke flame. Light split the dark. Everything changed. Know that the good I rise when he said, and it was so. Let there be light again. In the beginning, God create me again.
Let your word speak light where darkness hides. The same voice that made the heavens still calls my name. Let there be light in me. In Jesus' name, amen.
Still speaks my name.
They said darkness had the final word. But then he spoke.
Let there be light in the midnight. Let there be light. Let there be lines fall back. Shadows take flight, take flight. He spoke once, broke silence and fight. He spoke once. Let there be light. Let there be light.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 3. The first words he spoke to the dark. Before the stars wore crowns, before the sky had breath, the silence waited for a sound to split death. Light in his language, thunder in his breath. One word flipped the script, night lost his step. He didn't raise a sword, he just opened his mouth. Darkness bowed down, shadows scattered out. Genesis chapter 1, verse 3 on the stage. A single sentence tore through the cage. John chapter 1. That word walked in flesh, flame in disguise, carried the sunrise behind his eyes. He's not just maker, he's breaker of night. When he said it then, he meant it for life.
Let there be light in the middle of the lonely light. Let there be lines fall back. Shadows take flight, take flight. He spoke once, broke silence and fight. He spoke once. Let there be light. Let there be light.
Personal darkness meets light. The verse 12, 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Verse 6. I walked through nights to try to swallow my name. No candles, no stars, just walls and blame. He whispered light and my chains didn't argue. He said shine and my past couldn't follow. Light didn't knock, it broke the lock. Set fire to the scripts that the shadows wrote. John 8:12, he's the light of the world. 2 Corinthians 4:6, the same light unfurled inside my chest where the silence hid. The dawn came running where the night once lived.
So script Genesis chapter 1. Let there be light.
John 8.
There be light in his light. Shadows still
Shine in our hearts.
Yours there, 9-2.
People in darkness saw great light. Ephesians 5:8-9. Walk as children of light.
Walk as children of light.
This is for the nights that tell you you're done. For the voices in the dark that block the sun. For the heart that forgot how a spark can ignite. For the soul that's convinced it's too late for light. He said it once and he's still saying it now. Genesis 3 still echoes somehow. Not just galaxies, he remakes leaves. He says light in the grave can't survive. I've seen addicts break, seen liars turn true, seen shame dissolve when his word came through.
Let there be light.
It's not history, it's now. When he speaks, shadows don't know how.
Let there be light in the middle of. Let there be light. Let there be lights fall back. Shadows take flight, take flight. He spoke once, broke silence and fight. He spoke once. Let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light in the middle of.
God, you spoke light when the world was dark. Speak light into every heart still trapped in night. Genesis chapter 1, verse 3.
Let there be light.
It wasn't thunder. It wasn't fire. It was breath.
He breath, he breathed. He breath, he breathed. And I came alive.
He breathed.
And I came alive. The breath, his word opened my eyes.
His word opened my eyes.
The breath that made the heavens now lives inside.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. Dust lay still on the ground, cold like stone. The world had shape, but man stood alone. Then he leaned in close, no army, no flame. Just breath through the silence, calling my name. The breath that stirred stars into this clay, gave sound to a heartbeat, gave light to the day. The first inhale was borrowed, divine in my chest. Genesis 2:7, the reason I'm blessed. I'm not accident, I'm intention with lungs. Breath of the eternal, laced into my tongue. The air in my chest is proof he drew near. He spoke through a whisper and the soul appeared.
The breath,
The breath,
he breathed and I came alive.
he breathed and I came alive.
He breathed and I came alive. The breath, his word opened my eyes.
His word opened my eyes.
The breath that made the heavens now lives inside.
I walk valley where bones forgot sound, graves without stories, scattered the ground. Then the voice said speak, and breathe found a frame, rattling turned to rise, and dust remembered its name. Wind from the corners filled lungs that were dry, death caught his breath, bones opened their eyes. Ezekiel, you heard it, the spirit still moves. The same breath of needing is the one that proves that no night's too silent, no grave too tight. When he breathes again, darkness loses its fight. No, I whispered.
Genesis chapter 2.
He breathed into his nostrils,
He breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
and they whispered.
Lisper.
Ezekiel 37,
Ezekiel 37.
John chapter 20 verse 22,
He breathed on them and said, receive the Spirit.
Acts chapter 2. A rushing mighty wind filled the house.
2 Timothy 3:16.
All scripture is God breathed. John chapter 20 to 22. He breathed again on a fearful crowd. Locked doors, shaking hands, hearts too loud. Said receive the Spirit,
His word often made old.
and fear lost ground.
The
same breath from the garden,
now lives in sound.
the same Spirit that hovered now gives me rest. Not a myth, not a story. It's breath in my lungs, from creation to Pentecost. The same song sung. The life I live is borrowed air from his throne. He breathes, I stand.
He breathed the breath.
The breath,
He breathed and I came alive.
he breathed,
And I came alive. He breathed and I came alive. The breath.
the breath,
His word opened my eyes.
his word opened my eyes.
The breath that made the heavens now lives inside.
Lord, the same breath that raised Adam, that raised dry bones, that filled the upper room. Fill me again. Let your breath speak when my lungs fail. Let your spirit move where I am still. Breathe on me.
There was a garden. In the garden, he walked with me. He walked with me. No fear, no walls, just mystery. Just mystery. In the place where love was first designed.
In the place where love was first designed. In Genesis chapter 2, he planted a garden eastward in Eden. Laid down peace like soil. Every tree grew a purpose. Every river ran royal. Gold in the ground went through the leaves. A rhythm in the silence only heaven could breathe. Man from the dust, placed right in the center. Giving work that was worship, not a cage to enter. Every step was a hymn, every breath was a prayer. God walked in the cool and man wasn't scared. Before shame learned its language, before blame had a throne. The garden was a whisper saying this is home.
In the garden, he walked with me. He walked with me. No fear, no walls, just mystery.
Just missing.
Just mystery. In the place where love
No waters.
was first designed.
In the place where love was first designed. John chapter 15, verse 4, Isaiah 58:11. Abide in me, he said, and I'll abide in you. Like rivers through the garden, life running true. Isaiah wrote it down, the Lord will guide your hand. Like a water garden, like a well-watered land. No striving, no running, no breaking apart. Just a pulse in the soil that matched his heart. Eden wasn't distance, it was presence made known. Where the maker met the maid and called it his own. Work was worship, rest was trust. There was no fear in the wind, no decay in the dust. It was
Genesis Genesis chapter 2, he planted a garden eastward in Eden.
In his presence is fullness of joy.
Ooh, in his presence is fullness of joy.
Abide in me and I in you.
Ooh.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 7.
To him who overcomes, I'll give to eat of the tree of life.
Yeah, Revelation chapter 2 verse 7. Who overcomes, I'll give to eat of the tree of life. This is the blueprint, not a tale that's gone. The whisper of the garden still pulls us along. Every ache for home, every prayer for peace is the memory of Eden that will never cease. We were made for the walk, for the voice in the breeze, for a faith without walls, for hearts at ease. Revelation points forward, Eden echoes behind. The story's not over, the roots still bind. He's still planting gardens and souls that yield. Still walking through nights where hearts are healed.
In the garden, he walked with me.
He walked with me.
He walked with me. No fear, no walls, just mystery.
Just man.
Just mystery. In the place where love was first designed.
In the place where love was first designed. Hey, Lord, bring us back to the garden. Not to the past, but to the place of your presence. Teach us to walk with you again. Let the ground of our hearts be Eden.
It didn't start with fire. It started with a question.
A voice in the garden, whisper in the leaves, truth wrapped in lies, shadows like leaves.
A question was asked.
The question was asking, and silence believed.
The whisper. In Genesis chapter 3, the serpent slid in silent. No trumpet, no flame, just a twist in the language, just a shift in the frame. Did God really say? The first crack in trust, doubt in the soil, turning breath into dust. Eden listened to breeze, caught a lie, not shouted but whispered under blue sky. He didn't use force, just a subtle blade, words bent like branches in the shade. The voice in the garden didn't roar, it leaned, turned truth into almost holy and unclean. One seed of deception, one question in play, and innocence trembled at what it heard that day. Yeah.
A voice in the garden, whisper in the leaves, truth wrapped in lies, shadows like leaves.
Made shadows like
The
questions.
question was asked, and silence believed.
Twist John chapter 8 verse 44, 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. The father of lies didn't change his disguise. John 8:44, the same ancient eyes. Paul wrote to the church, said beware the same scheme. Eve was deceived by a whisper, not a scream. He questions what's written and adds his own spin. Like paint on clear water, the lie bleeds in. James said temptation starts inside desire. Fan the doubt long enough, it catches fire. The voice in the garden is the voice we still hear. Not a shout, but a seed planted deep in the ear. The fruit looked good, desire ran ahead, and innocence traded crowns for dread. A whisper. Genesis chapter 3. Did God really say? James chapter 1, desire gives birth to sin. Near whisper, 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. Eve was deceived by the serpent's craftiness. Yeah. Revelation chapter 12 verse 9. The ancient serpent who deceives the whole world. Yeah. This is where silence became consent, where glory slipped into the sin, where the garden heard a foreign word, and hands reached for what should not be stirred. The bite wasn't loud, but the echo was deep. Eyes open to shame, innocence lost sleep. Leaves try to cover what light used to hold. The first rebellion wasn't shouted, it was sold. And that same voice still walks through minds today. Same scheme, same seed, same subtle way.
It's not in the roar, it's the whisper that bends. Not the fire at the start, but the light it pretends.
A voice in the garden, whisper in the leaves, truth wrapped in light, shadows like these.
Shadows like
the
clay.
question was essence, and silence believed.
Boy. Lord, guard our hearts from the whisper. Teach us to answer with truth, not silence. Let us hear your voice louder than the serpent's. Lies in the God.
They heard his voice in the garden.
And
Yeah.
the fall, the sound, the silence broke.
The silence broke.
Breath turned heavy when the promise spoke.
The promise spoke.
The fall was more than what they chose.
The confrontation's a sound of God walking. Footsteps through trees, the breeze carry judgment on Eden's leaves. They ran for the shadows covered in fear, hiding from the voice that once drew near. Where are you? He asked, not because he was blind, but to echo the distant sin carved in their mind. Shame-stitched fig leaves to cover their skin, but nothing could cover what broke within. They blamed and deflected, the fracture was wide. The serpent still grinned, his innocence died.
The fall, the sound, the silence broke.
Silence broke.
The breath turned heavy when the promise spoke.
The promise spoke.
The fall was more than what they chose.
Romans chapter 5, verse 12, Galatians chapter 3, verse 13, Revelation chapter 13, verse 8. Through one man's sin into death found its way. The ground grown beneath what they gave away. Pain took root, labor turned to strain. Dust would return to dust again. But in the middle of judgment, the promise was sown. The seed of the woman, the future was shown. Galatians says he bare the curse like a crown. Revelation wrote his name before time came down. Even as Eden closed its gate, a cross was written on history's slate.
They whisper,
Genesis chapter 3. They heard his voice in here.
whisper,
Romans chapter 5, verse 12.
they whisper.
The one man sin entered the world. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 2. Your sins have separated you from God. The lamb slain from the foundation of the world. Yeah, flaming sword at the gate, mercy and fire, not rejection, but a pause before desire, Eden behind them. The world turned wide, thorns in the soil, sweat on their stride, the fall wasn't thunder. It was a door closed slow, a wound that would bleed till redemption would show. They walked out clothed, not by leaves but grace, carrying the echo of a promising place. He drove them out, but didn't turn away. The plan for the cross was already underway.
The fall, the sound, the silence broke.
The silence broke.
Breath turned heavy when the promise spoke.
The promise spoke.
The fall was more than what they chose.
Lord, we still high, but you still call. Thank you for the promise sown in the middle of the fall. Thank you for grace that was written before we broke. They stood at the edge of everything they knew and stepped into the unknown.
East of Eden, where the echoes cry.
Where the echoes cry.
Love behind them, thorns up high.
Thorns up high.
Thorns up high, walking away with a promise in the sky. Walking away with a promise in the sky.
He drove him out, not in rage, but in truth. The gate closed behind like the end of youth. A flaming sword turned mercy on God. Eden wasn't destroyed, just placed apart. The ground grew hard, sweat became the song. The distance between right and wrong. No more walks in the cool of the day. Only whispers of what used to stay. East of Eden, they step, eyes still wet, carrying a memory they never forget.
East of Eden, where the echoes cry.
Where the echoes cry.
Love behind them, thorns up them.
Thorns up high.
Thorns up high, walking away with a promise in the sky.
The weight of distance, Lamentations chapter 1 verse 3. Isaiah chapter 59 verse 2. Judah fled because of affliction. Distance grew wide. Isaiah said our sins built walls inside. The exile wasn't just steps in the sand. It was the ache of a reach that couldn't touch his hand. Every thorn in the field, every tear in the eye was a map of the distance beneath the sky. The world turned wild, innocence thin, but his promise was louder than the silence within.
He drove him out of the garden.
He drove him out of the garden. Lamentations chapter 1 verse 3. Judah fled because of affliction. Your sins just separated you. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 13. They saw the promise from afar. Hope beyond the gate. Revelation chapter 21 verse 3. East of Eden wasn't the end of the tale, just the first road where grace left its trail. Revelation echoes what Genesis lost. God with his people, whatever the cost. The ache of exile still beats in our chest, but the story bends back to where our hearts find rest. The flaming sword turned, but the promise remained. The way was shut, but the word was framed. One day east and west will meet again, when the garden returns and the world finds its end.
Where the echoes cry.
Where the echoes cry.
Love behind them, thorns up high.
Thorns up high.
Thorns up high, walking away with a promise in the sky. Ooh, walking away with a promise in the sky. God. Even outside the garden, you remained even in distance. You promised to teach us to walk east of Eden.
Two brothers brought their offering, but only one heart was right.
Yeah, the offering's Genesis chapter 4. Two brothers stood at the altar's flame. One brought first fruits, one brought a name. Abel came with blood and breathed in his hands. Cain came with soil and his own plans. God looked on Abel, the fire rose high. Cain saw the favor and his face ran dry. The whisper returned, same garden tone. Sin at the door, waiting alone. God said, if you do right, won't your face lift? But Cain let the anger start to drift. Yeah.
In Matthew chapter 5 verse 21, James chapter 1.
Desire conceived and gave birth to a scheme. Words turned to silence, fields held to scream. Cain led Abel where the ground could hear, and spilled the blood that cried clear. Jesus said, long after the root is the heart. Murder starts where anger plays its part. Cain didn't answer God's early call, and the first brother fell, echoing the fall.
Then whisper, Genesis chapter 4, where's your brother?
Yeah.
Whisper.
Genesis chapter 4.
Where is your brother? Whisper.
Hebrews chapter 11 verse 4.
By faith Abel offered a better sacrifice. By faith Abel offered a better sacrifice.
Yeah. 1 John chapter 3 verse 12. Cain belonged to the evil one and murdered his brother.
James chapter 1. Desire gives birth to sin.
Yeah. The confrontation, Genesis chapter 4. Continue.
Where's your brother?
God's voice cut deep, came through words like stones. Tried to keep, am I my brother's keeper? The lie rose slow, but the ground already spoke what only God could know. Abel's blood cried louder than defense. God's justice met mercy in a consequence, marked but not erased. Cain walked away, carrying the echo of that fatal day.
Reflection. 1 John chapter 3.
This isn't ancient, it's a mirror in time. Envy still breathes in the cracks of the mind. Worship turns hollow when pride takes the lead, and love bleeds out where jealousy feeds. The door still waits, the whisper still calls. The story of two brothers still echoes in halls. Cain walked east, but God still spoke. Mercy marked him even after he broke.
Lord, keeping me far. Make me my brother's keeper. Teach my worship to be real, my heart to be clean, my hands to bring what honors you.
The world grew loud, but heaven grew grieved. As men multiplied, the echo spread wide. Eden was distant, desire was the guide. Giants walked, violence filled the land. The image of God blurred by human hands. Every thought turned inward, schemes took shape. Grace was still present, but hearts chose escape. The Lord saw it all, the weight, the decay. Every heartbeat louder in the wrong way.
Days of men, the heaven side.
The heaven side.
Glory for God's in darkness wide.
Darkness wide.
In the days of men, the flood would rise.
God's greed, Romans chapter 1. The Lord looked down to see if any understood. But wisdom was drowned where evil stood. They knew him but turned truth into lie. Romans wrote it down, traded glory for the sky. Their minds grew dark, hearts turned stone. Sin built cities that felt like thrones. Psalm 14 said none were clean. The holy was mocked by the unholy machine. Every thought was evil continually. None are righteous. No, not one. They exchanged the truth for a lie, as in the days of Noah. As in the days of Noah. Days of Noah, yeah. The rising storm in 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 5. The earth trembled under choices made, justice sharpened its blade, yet Noah found favor in the Lord's eyes. When righteous echo against swollen skies, God's heart broke, but mercy prepared a plan through the flood for the few who care. As in the days of Noah, so shall it be. The heaven sing.
Rise and dancing, dark inside. That's why in the days of men, the flood would rise.
Darkness wide.
In saw the world's violence and grieved, you still see. Teach us to be like Noah, standing in favor when the world is you.
It wasn't thunder that spoke first, it was obedience. And know the world told him mirth of corruption's weight, and spoke to Noah of judgment's gate. Build an ark, make it strong, make it wide, a vessel of mercy where wrath would collide. The world laughed, mocked the sound of wood, but Noah moved with faith, understood. Hebrews wrote it down, warned of things unseen. He built redemption in a world unclean.
When the flood spoke, the world fell still.
The world fell still.
Judgment poured, but mercy built.
But mercy built.
When the flood spoke, his word was fulfilled.
His word was fulfilled. The rising waters,
The fountains broke, the sky gave way. 40 nights turned to judgment's day. The deep roared louder than men's defense. Creation bowed to the consequence. Doors closed by his hand, not men's. The flood erased the pride of cleanse. Matthew warned, as it was then, so shall it be. The storm became prophecy.
man whisper.
Genesis chapter 7. The fountains of the deep were broken up.
Female whisper.
Hebrews chapter 11 verse.
7 Noah moved with holy fear.
Male whisper.
Matthew chapter 24 verse 37.
As in the days of Noah,
2 Peter chapter 3.
the world perished by water.
Judgment and mercy immersed in chapter 20. The flood wasn't chaos, it was a verdict read. Water spoke what prophets later said. Judgment rolled, but mercy stayed afloat. 8 souls carried on a wooden boat. Peter said the world was once destroyed by rain, but another fire waits, it's not the same. Revelation says the books will open wide. The flood was the warning, the cross was the tide.
When the flood spoke, the world fell still.
The world fell still.
Judgment poured, but mercy built.
But mercy built.
When the flood spoke, his word was fulfilled.
His word was fulfilled.
God, when the flood spoke, you proved your word. Teach us to move like Noah, to build while others mock, to stand when the rain begins to fall.
The storm was over. The sky remembered mercy.
Noah stepped out on a cleansed land, built an altar with trembling hands. The sand rose up, heaven replied, I'll never again let the waters divide. God spoke mercy in the sky and stone, a covenant carved, not flesh alone. Isaiah echoed it, waters may rage, but my kindness stands from age to age. Covenant sky, your colors speak.
Your colors speak.
Mercy, remember, promise you need.
Promise you need.
Covenant sky, your faithfulness won't die. Your faithfulness won't die.
The rainbow and the oath.
Genesis chapter
9 Hebrews chapter 6.
He said his bow in the cloud, not his war but peace.
A sign to the heavens that wrath would cease.
Hebrews says he swore by his own great name, to unchangeable things that never wane.
The rainbow stretched like a seal unfurled, a covenant echo over a reborn world.
Revelation saw it circling his throne, the promise of Eden still not gone.
I set my bow in the cloud.
I see and I
kindness shall not depart.
Hebrews chapter 6, to unchangeable things. Revelation chapter 4,
A rainbow around the throne.
Faithfulness won't die.
A rainbow around the throne. Lord, thank you for the promise you wrote across the sky. Thank you that judgment does not get the last word. Mercy.
They thought they could build eternity out of stone, but heaven doesn't bend to pride.
Genesis chapter 11, Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. One voice, one vision, one sky to chase. Bricks stacked high, hands quick in the pace. They said let's build our throne, let our names ascend. But glory borrowed never makes it to the end. Stone kissed the clouds but the heavens stayed still. A tower of ambition forged by human will. Pride climbed higher than their prayers could reach. But heaven watched silent, judgment would teach.
Tongues of stone, reaching the sky, building a name that was doomed to die. Tongues of stone, glory step, God came down, and language left.
Genesis chapter 11, Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. The Lord descended, surveying their scheme, unity and rebellion, a dangerous dream. Nothing withheld, he declared from above. So we fractured their language, scattered their hub. Words splintered mid-sentence, bricks froze mid-air. The rhythm collapsed under heaven's stare. A tower half risen, a city undone. Pride met the power of the Holy One.
Genesis chapter 11, let us go down and confuse their language. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18, pride goes before destruction. Acts chapter 2, they spoke in every tongue. Revelation chapter 7, every tribe and tongue before the throne.
Yeah, Lecture chapter 2, Revelation chapter 7. Pentecost, answer what Babel broke. Tongues of fire where confusion spoke. Every tribe, every tongue in one accord, not climbing to heaven, but filled by the Lord. The tower fell when men sought their name, but the Spirit rose when God lit the flame. Tongues of stone crumbled, but the fire remained. Glory restored where pride was slain.
Tongues of stone, reaching the sky, building a name that was doomed to die. Tongues of stone, glories there, God came down, and language lived.
Break every tower we build for ourselves. Unite our voices, not in pride.
He walked away from everything to follow a voice to carry forever.
Go where he calls,
Though the road's unknown,
though the road's unknown,
leave the familiar.
follow his throne, follow his throne.
Go where he speaks,
Go where he speaks,
let the promise unfold.
let the promise unfold. The name not taken, but forever told.
Genesis 12, 1 to 9, Hebrews 11, 8 to 10. The Lord spoken to a restless land. Abram, leave your father's hand. No blueprint, no map, no throne to claim. Just a promise, I will make your name. Where Babel reached up, God called him out. A single voice against mankind shout. By faith he stepped where the map ran thin. Not to build a tower, but let covenant begin.
Go where he calls.
Though the roads unknown, leave the familiar.
Follow his throne. Follow his throne.
Go where he speaks.
Go where he speaks.
Let the promise unfold.
Let the promise unfold. A name not taken, but forever told.
Genesis 12, 1 to 9, Galatians 3, 8. I bless the nations through your seed, he said. Not by tower, but by the blood that shed. Galatians saw the gospel before the cross. A covenant carved where men felt lost. Yes, Romans wrote it. Belief was his key, not bricks, but faith. Legacy, he raised no tower. He raised an altar instead to the God whose promise cannot be misread. Yeah.
And whisper,
Genesis 12, 1.
go to the land I will show you.
He obeyed and went not knowing where he was going.
In you all nations will be blessed.
Romans 4, 3.
Abraham believed God,
And it was credited to him as righteousness. Yeah. Genesis 12, 1 to 9. Romans 4, 3. The journey started with one man's yes. Leaving comfort for wilderness, no fame, no tower. No stone built name, just a covenant flame that cannot be tamed. Babel fell out. Abram rose quiet, a kingdom born. Without human right, this is the call that reshaped the earth, not through pride, but a promise birth. Yeah.
go where he calls.
Though the roads unknown,
The roads unknown,
leave the familiar.
follow his throne. Follow his throne.
Go where he speaks.
Go where he speaks.
Let the promise unfold.
Let the promise unfold. A name not taken, but forever told.
God, teach us to answer like Abram, to walk away from what we know, to follow what you've spoken. Let faith be our map, and your promise our road.
He promised under the stars and sealed it with fire.
The stars all align,
The stars all align.
promise unbroken, eternal design.
Eternal design.
His word won't die,
His word won't die.
a vow in the heavens, written in the sky.
Genesis 15, 1 to 6, Romans 4, 18 to 22. We stepped into the night with a question in his chest. Will the promise still stand if my hands have no rest? The Lord pulled back the curtain of the night. Count the stars if you can. This is your sight against hope. He believed when logic grew thin. He held to a word he could not hold within. Not by bloodline, not by might, not by land, but by the covenant flame in the Father's hand.
The stars all align,
The stars all align.
promise unbroken, eternal design. Eternal design. His word won't die,
His word won't die.
a vow in the heavens, written in the sky.
Genesis 15, 7 to 18. Galatians 3, 16 to 17. He asked, how can I know? And the fire replied, animals divided, covenant supplied. A smoking furnace, a torch of flame passed through the pieces, declaring his name. God swore by himself, no higher to trust. A promise built where towers turned to dust. Galatians says the seed was foretold, not many but one, the story retold.
Genesis 15:6. He believed the Lord and it was credited as righteousness.
Romans 4:18 believed in hope.
Galatians 3:16.
The promise spoken Abraham into his seed.
Hebrews 6:13.
God swore by himself. Romans 4:20-22, Hebrews 6:13-19. He staggered not through unbelief, held to the promise like anchor to reef. Hope carved in covenant, sealed in fire. A vow that storms could never retire. He didn't build towers, he built belief. He trusted the flame beneath the grief. Babel was bricks, this was divine breath, a promise that outlasted kingdoms and death. The stars all align, the stars all align.
Promise unbroken, eternal design. Eternal design. His word won't die. His word won't die. A vow in the heavens, written in the sky. God, you sealed what no man could build. Teach us to hold to your promise like Abram did. When logic fails, when time stretches long, when the night feels endless. Let the covenant flame burn.